This time on high Arctic haulers.
Bridge.
A disaster at sea floods the Sedna, pushing the crew to an Arctic breaking point. And one community bets big on sport.
This sport changed my life.
While the sea lift faces off against a dying hurricane.
Change of plan. We are too late for the delivery.
Lovely sunrise and a bit light snow. I suppose winter is coming.
530 miles north of the Arctic Circle. For 3 days, temperatures have not climbed above freezing.
Okay, come to port. 10 to port.
Captain Michel Duplain and his Sedna de Gagné crew are in a race against winter.
Okay, steady. You're late in the season. You feel that the weather is coming. You just go outside and feel it in your bones.
Since June, the sea lift has crisscrossed the north.
The sea lift is our lifeline. It is vital. It is our roads.
Out of the 42 communities the ships were scheduled to visit, they've reached 26.
Grocery day for the year. Woo!
The summer sea lift has had some highs.
I'm so happy.
I want to, but I don't think it'll cure.
And some lows.
Sometimes I just want to fly away and go somewhere else.
Over the past 2 weeks, the Arctic ice sheet has started to grow again.
In the north, there are communities that are only going to be ice-free for so much time. We have to be there when there's no ice.
'50, 71, 52, 72.
Chief mate Guillaume Rousseau joined the crew mid-season after early season ice put the ship 2 weeks behind. He's been hunting for ways to make up time ever since.
It's challenging. You gotta find solutions quickly. You got no choice, or else you get stuck in the Arctic.
Bridge. Okay.
Ice-cold water is flooding the bulkhead near the middle of the ship.
Just water pouring out. A lot of water. There's one place, 3-story high, full of water.
The good news? The flood isn't coming from the sea. It's an internal pipe that carries fresh water that's blown a gasket. The flood started while the crew was checking the fire suppression system.
When the temperature goes below zero, you need to blow your fire line. And sometimes there remains some water or condensation. When it freezes, the water expands, right? So sometimes it makes crack in the gasket.
It's not good at all. It's a really big problem.
Ouais, qu'est-ce que tu disais?
Water in the ship, that's the last thing you want.
With each minute, the water rises and threatens to spread to other parts of the ship. The bulkhead should be sealed tight, but there's no guarantee a leak won't send water into the cargo hold next door.
Those containers got building material, plywood. So if the water get in, you're going to have a major catastrophe.
Cargo is Guillaume Rosso's biggest responsibility. Now, it's the new chief mate's job to save it.
Guillaume, he's a youngster, but he's got the brain, he learns fast. He also has his own opinions, which is good.
There's a pump to help us pump out that water.
That water pump is designed to help save a ship. It could empty the hold in a few hours, but
There's 2 more levels that goes down. Just like this, 2 more.
Guillaume has no way to reach it.
We just flooded the space where the pump is.
This is a disaster.
750 miles to the west, waiting on the Sedna, is the most westerly port of call this sea lift season, the town of Kukuk.
My mama dad moved here when I was 7 years old. I'm 81 years old now. Ihumagiyaka nung nagpunham na nagkuyok. Apos ko kailangan ma.
Kukuk and its 1,500 people are a community steeped in the traditions of their ancestors.
Kay may liulakangap kinutakat. Kaya ako bitagkuk ukak pagkat kailingnut. Paungalutuk ko bikamod awla ko tiblugit. Taham na ikayok piak pagtutay matod.
Easier to pluck when they're just caught.
It's important to know this so I can eat whatever I catch.
For 15-year-old Daniel Niptianiak, the tradition of sharing and helping
ready for delivery
is a priority, especially when it comes to his grandparents.
People have always shared in the communities. Inuit are still that way. You still share your catch, you still distribute to elders.
Hi.
Juana.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
But these days, Daniel also has some new priorities.
Let's go, guys. Little forehand, forehand. Oh, it's nice. Very nice, very nice. Daniel is already have a lot of medals from the Arctic Winter Game. And did you go to Canada Winter Game before? No,
yeah.
So not yet. You see, this is a good answer.
Daniel's the best. He's got so much experience. He's crazy.
He's one of, I would say, the best players in Nunavut.
Daniel is a rising star in table tennis.
Nice.
A sport that's flourished in the Arctic.
You just meet a whole bunch of new friends and like you feel closer to everybody. You get this bond.
Because we spend so much time together, I would consider most of them my family.
In the 1990s, Kukuk had some of the highest suicide rates north of the Arctic Circle. The result of colonization and residential schools. But 20 years later, sport has helped turn the epidemic around. Kukuk is hosting a big qualifying tournament next week.
When it's 20 to 30 kids coming, switch! Go quickly!
If Daniel is going to make it to the Nationals, he'll need a win.
Yeah, I have to change the net because it's broken.
First, Kukuk needs new tables to host the competition.
After using 10 years, it's time to replace it. It's worn out. In better equipment, you can play better. So we need tables.
But more than 620 miles to the east on the Sedna, a flood is now threatening the table tennis equipment.
If it gets worse, we'd flood the cargo hold, and all the cargo would be done.
Chief Mate Guillaume Rousseau is frustrated the ship's emergency water pump is trapped at the bottom of a flooded hold.
Cadet's gotta go check.
Guillaume sends a cadet to scour the ship for another pump. Below deck, the repair crew removes a damaged gasket and hope they have a replacement on board.
When we go up north, we bring a certain amount of spare parts of what we think that could happen.
This time, they have a spare.
They are closing up the leak.
The crew have replaced the gasket.
No more water coming out, so we can pump out the water there.
Above deck,
We're lucky I got a small portable pump.
a cadet has tracked down a small pump to start moving the water.
The slide D-ring to weigh down the hose we're gonna pump the water out with. Okay, you're up. Okay, got it. All good?
The race is on to get the water out before it freezes.
Low it. I got no air pressure. There is pressure in the line. It's in perfect working condition, but it's frozen. Oh, it sucks.
Two spaces entirely full of water. If it froze, what do you do with a big chunk of ice?
And it's snowing.
On the Sedna de Gagné,
There's a pipe that broke. Yeah, it flooded the entire void spaces.
Water in a ship, it's a pretty serious matter.
the leak has been stopped, but the water remains, threatening to flood the cargo hold next door.
Pressure is huge. Two spaces entirely full of water. If it froze, what do you do with a big chunk of ice? I was desperate to take it out.
For more than an hour, the crew has been struggling to get a frozen water pump working.
The pump is working now.
See?
It will take the pump more than a day to empty the hold, but for now, the crisis is over.
Guillaume, you know, he's got the brain. He would be a terrific captain.
Over 1,800 miles from the freezing water of the central Arctic. In Montreal, it's a warm afternoon at the de Gagné dock. Perfect weather to load the Tiga for her last run of the sea lift season.
My inventory is going to tell me what's left to come on the boat, and then I balance it with what's on the dock.
Romain Laframboise is the lead checker. He's loading the Tiga for 12 communities.
It's a big challenge of taking all this chaos and making sense out of it. It's perfection or it's nothing.
Putting the containers on hat 2 first.
The job is very important for us because it's important for
people up north.
Chief Mate Marc-Antoine Saucier needs everything to go right if they're to make all their deliveries.
We are racing against winter. This season, the big challenge for everybody, it's the delay we have. And this delay is not because we make bad decisions, that's because of the ice and the forecast.
As the Tiga sets sail for its final trip to the Arctic, the Sedna de Gagne is about to take on one of the most dangerous passages in the Arctic.
Steady.
Running 2 weeks behind schedule, the captain needs to find a way to make up time.
I'll try to make it as fast as possible and cut through Ballot Strait. Though I know there's ice there, there's still a chance we might make it.
The Ballot Strait could save the Sedna 2 days, but if they have to backtrack due to ice, it will add another 4 days to the delivery.
New ice. Must have formed the last few days there.
It's getting thicker, hour per hour.
"560 miles west of the Sedna, their destination, Kukuk, is starting to feel the bite of an early winter.
It's good, but move it to your leg.
At the school, they're waiting on new table tennis equipment.
Partner up.
The other big sport in town is also waiting on the sea lift.
One partner on this line. One partner on this line.
Like we throw the ball and we catch it, and it's fun to learn.
Kukuk's lacrosse program started 20 years ago. Adam Kickback is one of the original players.
I was probably about 15 or 16 when I first heard about it. Before that, I was heavily into drugs and alcohol, missing so much school.
The Kukuk Grizzlies are legends in the North.
Just a rocket.
Their story made into a critically acclaimed movie.
Awesome.
The team formed after an epidemic of youth suicides.
It was like a family team. This sport changed my life.
Now Adam is trying to revive the program.
You want to move over a little bit so you can let it come to you.
Working with Matt Craddock, who was recruited from Regina.
There you go. That team component of sport can really give that sense of camaraderie, that sense of belonging for everybody in the community.
You watch the ball go right into your net, okay? We need lacrosse in the community. Good. Throw it to her. Such an awesome sport. Good.
But the original gear is definitely showing its age.
I want you to look at these red sticks. Look at these, like the original ones, right? But look at that.
Oh, yeah.
And they have taken a beating just from age. It's almost unusable now. We can't buy sticks in town.
Kukuk is above the tree line, so there's no local wood. What they need must be shipped in.
I keep tracking the ship every day on the website. They've got a map that shows us where the boat is. There's the Sedna, and we are over here, bottom left. It looks like the boat is in the wrong channel. I don't see where the Sedna can get through the land.
But the Sedna is exactly where Captain DePlane wants it to be.
Come to starboard. Come to port now. Port. Yeah.
The captain is betting the shortcut through the Bellet Strait will cut 2 days off the trip to Kukuk.
It's a wager, you know.
This is not much, I mean, it's not bad all in all.
Nearly 2 miles into the Bellet Strait, the ice completely vanishes.
Oh, yeah.
The captain's time-saving bet has paid off.
You're happy when you've made the right decision.
That's pretty impressive right there.
The great part of that man is he has so much to show you if you're ready to learn.
When I'm wrong, I'm never wrong.
Three days after reloading in Montreal, the Tiga de Gagné is off the southern tip of Baffin Island, getting pounded by the remnants of a tropical hurricane.
What we got right now is the old swell coming from southeast. The eye of the swell right now, it's at least 3 meters. That's a rough sea. Some hurricanes are so powerful that when it goes in the north, it can affect us. First thing, we need to check where they are moving and if we need to hide somewhere or if we can pass.
Weather conditions, wind east-southeast, 41 kilometers per hour.
The forecast is warning things are even worse up north, where the ship is heading. The chief mate is getting nervous.
We'll carry between 25 and 33% more cargo than the Sedna. But we have the same quantities of crew on board. And the period that we can work in the Arctic is the same for everybody.
With more cargo to deliver than any other sealift ship.
Salut Dominique, c'est Marc-Antoine sur le Tiga, ça va bien?
The chief mate warns head office that the weather could freeze the giant Tiga out of some of its commitments.
So we are not sure right now if we're going to be able to deliver all the cargo. It's very difficult up north taking decision, but all the person living up north needs their cargo.
One of those communities is Pangton, 370 miles north on the east side of Baffin Island. The sealift has already been there once this season, delivering supplies for a booming fish plant. Whoa. The town also ordered a replacement fire truck. But the rig wasn't ready in time to make the first ship.
I think they got it 1972. Yeah. We ran out of water.
Pangton's antiquated fire truck has seen better days.
Come on.
Yeah, it's spraying instead of sucking. We always have a problem with the pump. Yeah, imagine having that problem on the house fire. That'll be a big problem for us.
Last year, there were lots of fires. We need reliable equipment. When there's a fire in the community rely on us.
It's a 24/7 job. This one broke down, so I had to repair the old fire truck that's been sitting for years in case there's another fire before I got the parts to repair this fire truck. You sleep on pins and needles.
Time for a new fire truck.
The fire truck and the Tiga crew still have 370 miles of heavy seas between them and Pangton. They've been running flat out to try to stay on schedule.
Every hour that we can save, it's maybe what's gonna make the season successful.
But down in the engine room,
that's a fuel temperature error. Should never happen.
the Tiga is showing the strain of being pushed to her limits.
Everything's so hot you can barely touch it.
Rich? We have a problem with the fuel on the auto filter.
And I need you to start slowing down the engine.
But slowing the engine will cut the ship's speed in half.
Probably gonna have to take this off and this off to slip it out. You gotta kind of figure it out as you go. Ah, look at that. I would say that's cooked.
South of Baffin Island, the Tiga has been hobbled by a fuel problem.
And we've slowed up the engine while we're working on this. Ah, look at that. I would say that's cooked. Our main problem is this. Here's part of your seal. This is your operating piston here. And look how much that's in. Yeah. I'm thinking that when the valve actually operated to go up, it stuck. And it didn't come down like it should. We'll put some new O-rings on it. We'll replace what we have to replace. We get everything else cleaned up, we start putting it back together. The captain wants to get going again. We have a schedule to keep. This is going to start turning. Get a new filter, and the dump valve's going to open for 10 seconds, and hopefully we'll hear it snap closed. There it is! Perfect.
Up on the bridge, the Tiga resumes normal speed. But the breakdown has cost the ship more time.
Okay. Non, je comprends. We are too late to do the delivery. The pressure starts to build a bit.
With ice forming throughout the Arctic and 10 deliveries ahead.
Change of plan. The office asked if we can stop before Saluit and wait.
The Tiga has been forced to stop its run.
I don't think we will be able to unload all the ship before the ice and the bad weather arrive.
But 1,500 miles west, the Sedna is having better luck, arriving 2 days early in Kukuk.
We're just coming in Kukuk. We make good time.
Ouais, y'a pas de trouble. Quelqu'un veut monter, mettre le bloc, attacher le bloc, le grue? So we go down to dusk. As soon as the guy can't see anything out there, we call it a day.
Barge is here. They're ready for it.
Okay, we're gonna take the truck down to the water. There you go. Are you excited to see the barge? I'm excited.
I'm excited for our wood to come in to get started trying to make our own homemade wood sticks. Today's the day, it's here.
Wow, there it is.
It's finally time. We've been waiting so long for this.
All I need is a high five, though, and I'm gonna be happy. Okay.
He's gonna load our stuff for us.
Boom! Yeah! I'll see you guys in a bit. We'll get the day rolling, get it done as fast as we can, and get out of here. You can see it's winter. You don't want to be up here too long. We're about to get a barge of cargo, and we'll get this town going.
Can you get that one there?
This year's sea lift is bringing Kugluktuk 10 new vehicles. A year's worth of food for the co-op. Material for new homes. And for Matt, his first sea lift delivery, wood for new lacrosse sticks. At the community center,
we're all ready to make some homemade lacrosse sticks.
We got the new wood.
The kids get to work with the help of some elders.
From one end to the other.
You see how I was doing the edges first? Do the corners of the edges.
It's been a long wait, and it's good to see this finally happening.
Okay, you give it a try, see which fits.
Yeah. Awesome.
Nice.
It fits the lacrosse head. Yay! I'm totally extreme happy.
It's pretty cool to see kids make their own sticks and putting their own personal touches on it.
You can try it.
Could I keep this? Yes.
As the Sedna works to finish the Kugluktuk offload, far to the east, the Tiga has pulled into a bay off the northern tip of Quebec to anchor. Delays and bad weather have slowed the ship, put deliveries to 10 communities in jeopardy.
I got a call from the office with the schedule. We are too late to do the delivery. We need another ship to give us a hand.
That other ship is the Kluk de Gagné. It was sailing south to Montreal, but head office has ordered it to rendezvous with the Tiga and take half her cargo.
Marc-Antoine, tu me reçois dessus?
Ouais, vas-y. To save the season's sea lift, the two crews must now perform a complex ship-to-ship transfer. Head office is betting delivery time can be cut in half, but only if the crew can come up with a plan.
All the cargo for the Kluk is in cargo number 1. So all this cargo in this area, that's for him. So 5 village. It's going to be a big nightmare. Il annonce assez froid, fait que assurez-vous d'être bien habillé. Dès qu'on va finir le cargo, on s'en va. What is inside needs to go on the Kluk. It's a bit complicated because it's hard to separate all the villages.
Marc-Antoine. Well, we are all ready.
We will be good with starting all the number 3 here. We will have it closed.
We'll transfer all the village. Each color, it's a different village.
We're part of the chain. Like previous vessel, it took care of the first part of the trip.
Sending a phone barge.
Right in 10, and then we'll put the first 3 on the second tier.
The office are calling. The pressure start, they just want to know when you're leaving.
The weather is getting colder and colder. Now it starts to be a bit more work.
This one, it's just too big on top of the container.
The office called again, and they start to put some pressure. And when the pressure built, I gave a bit of pressure off my deck crew.
The crew pushes hard into the night. By dawn, they've moved more than 1,000 tons of cargo.
Put another one on there.
They have just one last transfer.
Make that fast, Kev.
Okay, lift.
It's tricky. The cargo is very expensive, especially a fire truck. You don't want to make some damage.
Slowly. Slowly.
In a dark, cold bay in northern Quebec, 2 Degagné ships have rendezvoused to save the sea lift.
Normally, some ships finish earlier, and some are like the Tiga. There's more cargo on board. They need some help to finish the trip.
The Tiga has given up almost half her load and has one last piece of cargo to move.
A fire truck, it's tricky. We know that's very important for the village.
Okay, you can lift up.
We're on the barge. Slowly. Slowly. That's it for cargo. Thanks, guys.
And finally, I receive the fire truck. The two ship is done.
Start to heave up the anchor. Ready for the sea.
Seeing the Claude Degagné leaving, I can start to relax a bit. Why become a sailor? Every day is different. In the morning, I don't know what's gonna happen today. That's a very big challenge, and that's probably why I really like my job.
By mid-morning, the 2 ships are on their way north on separate routes. Less than 24 hours later, the fire truck reaches Pangton.
My feet are cold.
Frozen.
Been on the service for 10 years. Finally getting a new truck.
Here it comes. Beyond Christmas.
Right on, I took a twin knuckle. Whoa! Our fire truck just came in and got stuck right away. Now being towed by a loader.
Yay! Our new horse.
Good.
Pretty nice. Opatio, big.
After years of waiting, Pangton has a brand new fire truck.
The community will have a reliable fire truck.
Makes me excited. Gotta get to know the truck.
$1,200 miles to the west.
Last cargo on this barge.
The Sedna Degagné
Okay, roger, thanks.
sends the final barge into Kugluktuk. The last run to shore, supplies for the school.
I'm looking for the new tables. Have you seen them anywhere?
Take a peek in the back.
The table tennis kids have waited months for this moment.
They are here. The 4 new table tennis tables are here. So happy.
Stand by for the barge.
Out at sea, the Sedna crew packs up after a grueling 2 weeks.
Good job. Yes, Kukuk is done. The next destination is Gioa Haven. 440 miles from here is our next port to unload.
Very good job from the crew. They're happy with it also. And we're good to go to the next village.
At the school,
We're going to set up the new table tennis tables that came in on the sea lift. Super exciting.
the tables have made it in time for the regional finals.
This feels awesome. Let's play some table tennis. Every year, there's more interest in the program. Now that we have more tables, more kids can play. Lots of fun, lots of opportunity.
Ikayo tawag tamna inuit kuy nakikanig agyak tungan. Ilani ayong naktuwalwa, ilani pitsaki kako tiginuin ikayok tigigangamig ko nakibagtok. Ubangat tao ikayong nahukinak tunga, lalo na imit kayak tukto ang nat nakikakami abig siukaw mata.
And together, the table tennis team from Kugluktuk continues to win big.
I don't know where I'd be without table tennis. It did change my life a lot. Good game.
Next time on High Arctic Haulers.
I got 2 meters under the keel.
The shallow waters of Franklin's graveyard.
That wasn't planned.
Test the crew's resolve.
Felt good.
Canada's northernmost settlement runs dangerously low on essentials.
We are in trouble.
As winter slams into the Arctic.
The weather's really hardcore.
And
one bullet means a lot.
It's a fight for survival.